Now at 4, we're looking at temperatures in the teens, but we're expecting another cold night with temperatures below 0. I'll have your forecast.
Parents say they're frustrated with last-minute school delays and closures. We'll tell you how districts make the decision.
And a historic change at the top of IMPD. We're hearing from the next chief. Live from Indy, you're watching 13 News. Hey everybody, it's 4 o'clock. Spoiler alert. It's still kind of miserable out there. Central Indiana is still dealing with a deep freeze and the snow and ice still causing problems on the roads. We've been watching problems on the roads all day long across Central Indiana for another day in a row. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dustin Grove.
And I'm Felicia Lawrence, and you're not going to get me down, okay? The positives here, we have loads of sunshine. We are having more light in the day.
Yes.
At 6 p.m., it was still light outside.
That's good news. I like the sunshine.
That's the bright side.
Now, and I'm
Really?
also, look, if you look down the road a little bit, if you look towards the end of the 7-day, you can see temperatures at freezing.
Okay.
That's also a little bit of positivity, right?
Yeah, I guess
You're
relatively so.
trying.
It feels like Groundhog
I
Day
appreciate
lately.
you trying.
I know, it does.
day.
By the way, by Groundhog Day, the 2nd of February, temperatures will also be a little bit warmer. But yes, this is what you have to deal with at the moment. At this point, we can only laugh, right? Temperatures into the teens. Look, it's still going to be cold yet again tonight. I know it sounds like a broken record over and over again, but pretty much the pattern that we're in right now is locked in. Now, feels like temperatures are still pretty cold and could be dangerous if you're going to be out for an extended period of time. So we don't want to make light of that. Temperatures at or perhaps a little bit below 0, although south of Indy, we do have some numbers here that are positive for wind chills. Temperatures are expected to keep dropping, though, through the next several hours, especially with mostly clear skies, those high, thin clouds still out there. So we'll take these temperatures that are currently into the teens and we'll continue to see them drop, likely getting down into the single digits by midnight and expecting to go down below 0 yet again for tonight. A low temperature of 4 below, although some new model data is maybe suggesting that we won't get quite as cold over the next couple of nights, but still, let's call it near 0, give or take a few degrees either side of that, although I think we're going to be on the lower side. That's why we have cold advisories that are in place, essentially for the metro and then points to the north and east. Although even up to Lafayette, we're still expecting temperatures to be, or at least feels like temperatures to be close to 10 below. Temperatures a little bit wider. You see that colder air that's in place. We do have some warmer temperatures that are on the way. Coming up in a bit, I'm going to talk about when the temperatures do get back above freezing. There are a couple of snow chances in the 7-day forecast. I'm going to cover that as well. In the meantime, I do need to spend a little bit of time talking about traffic because, boy, this has been a nightmare all throughout the day. We've been dealing with what's been happening on the west side. We're talking 465 northbound right at Rockville Road. That's it on the map if you're map oriented like I am, but let me show it to you here. This is northbound. Now earlier there was a semi that was overturned here. That happened, I want to say, during the noon hour. That semi has since been righted and for the most part pulled away, but we still have vehicles that are being dealt with and perhaps some potential issues on the roadway. Keep in mind, we also just have a little bit of icing on each side of the road, as you can see in this vantage point from the other side. Traffic is moving through, but of course it's causing that big backup from Rockville Road on 465 northbound all the way down to, say, Interstate 70 close to the airport. So if you're going to be in that area, I highly suggest you take another location, another route if you can. Otherwise, you're going to have to sit in this traffic for a while.
Okay, leave early, be patient, slow down. Thank
And
you,
yes, we are map oriented like you are, Rob. Thank you.
Appreciate you, as always. You know, parents from cities across Central Indiana say they are frustrated today after districts switched from delays over to e-learning with just hours to go before school this morning.
It certainly can be very frustrating doing those last minute changes. Ella Rhodes actually has more with us today. She caught up with parents who say they would like more of a heads up.